In the blank spaces of ancient maps, where cartography ended and fear began, imagination reigned supreme. Here monsters were born, not of flesh and blood, but of rumor, misunderstood nature, and the deep-seated human need to explain the unexplainable. These legends became as real as the sailors who feared them and the scholars who chronicled them. Today we open the bestiary of the impossible to reveal the top 10 ancient creatures that never existed. Number 10, the Griffin, a creature of noble contradiction, with the body, tail, and hind legs of a lion, and the head, wings, and talons of a majestic eagle. Scythian legends whispered that these powerful beasts nested in the high mountains, fiercely guarding rich veins of gold. This myth may have a fascinating origin, the discovery of Protoceratops fossils in the gold-rich regions of the Gobi Desert. To ancient miners, these beaked, four-legged skeletons looked uncannily like the creature that would become a timeless symbol of divine power and treasured protection.
Find the hidden logos in this video. Count them up, enter your number on our website for a chance to win one of our 5 rewards of $5 each.
At number 9, we dive into the abyss with the Kraken. A legend from Scandinavian folklore, this sea monster was said to be the size of an island, a living vortex of tentacles and rage that could drag the largest sailing ships to the bottom of the ocean without a trace. The terror it inspired was immeasurable. Modern science suggests the Kraken myth was born from sailors' terrifying encounters with a very real, albeit smaller titan of the deep, the giant squid. In the chaos of a storm, reality could easily be magnified into a legend of impossible scale, embodying our primal fear of the ocean's dark, unknown depths. Number 8 is the Manticor. Described by Greek writers as a creature from the exotic lands of Persia, it was a terrifying chimera with the body of a red lion, a disturbingly human-like face, and a tail that could fire venomous spines like arrows. Its voice was said to mimic a trumpet, a chilling sound in the desert twilight. This legend of a man-eater likely evolved from second-hand accounts of the formidable Caspian tiger, its power and reddish fur exaggerated by travelers and translators until a real predator became a supernatural monster. Flying in at number 7 is the Roc. This colossal bird of prey, made famous in the tales of Sinbad the Sailor, was so enormous its wingspan could eclipse the sun. Legends claimed it could carry off elephants as if they were mice, feeding them to its young in a mountain-sized nest. The sheer scale is breathtaking, a creature born from the human desire to imagine nature at its most majestic and powerful. The myth likely has 2 sources: exaggerated tales of powerful eagles, and the discovery of fossils from Madagascar's extinct, flightless elephant bird, whose eggs were larger than a man's torso. Number 6, the Lernian Hydra. One of the legendary 12 labors of Heracles, the Hydra was a venomous, serpentine water monster with a terrifying trait. For every head severed, 2 more would grow in its place. One of its heads was even immortal. The creature was a living metaphor for an insurmountable problem, an enemy that grows stronger with every attack. This powerful myth may have been inspired by the very real challenge of taming a river delta. When one channel was dammed, the water pressure would often force 2 new paths to the sea, a frustrating natural parallel to the regenerating monster. Coming in at number 5 is a piece of pure American folklore, the Jackaloupe. This creature of the western frontier is said to be a jackrabbit that possesses the antlers of a deer. Far from a fearsome monster, the Jackaloupe was a mischievous trickster, a tall tale told around campfires. Legends claimed it was blindingly fast and could mimic human voices to lure cowboys astray. This myth has a surprisingly real, if unfortunate, origin. Rabbits infected with the shop papillomavirus can develop horns, antler-like tumors on their heads, creating a real-life creature just as strange as the legend. At number 4, we journey to the deep forests of Bavaria, Germany, for the Walpertinger. A cousin to the Jackaloupe, this creature is a bizarre chimera, a collage of forest animals. Typically, it has the head of a rabbit, the body of a squirrel, the antlers of a roebuck, and the wings of a pheasant. Legends claim this shy creature was only visible to beautiful women. Unlike the Jackaloupe, the Walpertinger has no basis in biology. It was born from the imaginations of 19th century taxidermists who stitched together different animals as elaborate pranks and souvenirs for tourists, creating a physical manifestation of a tall tale. Our number 3 spot goes to the Aspedacalone. Described in medieval bestiaries, this creature was a sea monster of immense size, often mistaken for a lush green island. Sailors, desperate for land, would anchor their ships, make camp, and light fires upon its back. The warmth would awaken the great beast, which would then dive deep into the cold abyss, taking the unsuspecting crew in their ship with it. It served as a powerful allegory for temptation and deception, a warning that a safe harbor might just be a trap in disguise, possibly inspired by the great backs of surfacing whales. At number 2, we find a truly bizarre legend from the 16th century, the sea monk. This creature was reportedly caught off the coast of Denmark and looked distressingly like a human monk, with a tonsured bald head and a cloak-like body. It was said to have fins instead of arms and a scaly fishtail. It refused to eat and died after 3 days, moaning pitifully. This sad tale is likely a tragedy of mistaken identity. Naturalists believe it may have been a decomposing angel shark, or perhaps a giant squid, its strange form distorted by the sea and the superstitious minds of its finders. And our number 1 most mysterious creature is the vegetable lamb of Tartary. This medieval legend from Central Asia is perhaps the most surreal of all. It was believed to be a plant that bore a perfect, living sheep as its fruit, tethered to the ground by an umbilical stem. The lamb could graze in a circle around its plant, but once the grass was gone, both would perish. This bizarre story was sought by scholars for centuries. The origin, a wonderful misunderstanding. When the cotton plant was first introduced to Europe from the Silk Road, it was described as a plant that grew wool, a description that the medieval imagination twisted into this incredible living creature. These creatures, born in the fertile ground between fact and fiction, never roamed the earth, yet they tell a true story about us. They are monuments to our awe of nature, our fear of the unknown, and our unending capacity for wonder. The line between a misunderstood animal and a full-blown myth is a fragile one, easily blurred by time, distance, and the simple human need to tell a good story. Thank you for joining this expedition into the imagination. If you enjoyed this journey, let the algorithm know you want more adventures like this. Consider subscribing to ensure you never miss an expedition into the myths, mysteries, and marvels of our world. And ring that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we depart. Our next journey leaves the world of myth and enters the workshop of history. We'll be uncovering 10 underappreciated historical innovations that changed everything. We'll look at forgotten genius and simple tools that quietly shaped our modern world. From the silent aqueducts that fed empires to the simple screw that holds our world together, you'll be amazed at the history you were never taught. We'll see you then.
You did it. You uncovered the secret code hidden deep within the shadows of the unknown. Not many adventurers make it this far, you know. I'm Pingy, guardian of riddles and relics, and I've been watching your progress. Keep your wits sharp. This was just the beginning. More hidden wonders lie ahead, waiting for curious minds like yours.
That was awesome, dude!